Hey guys, it's Rick Naqvi and I'm here to talk about the brand new PreSonus Series 3 rack mixer stage boxes. So there's three different models. We have the 16R, the 24R, and the 32R. And essentially these are very tightly compact rack mixer stage boxes, only 1U or 2U in size, but they're very powerful. They've got some great new features. So let's take a look at the differences. The 16R has 12 mic line inputs on the front panel, 4 on the back. The 24R has all 24 mic line inputs on the front, and then the 32R has 24 on the front, 16 on the back. As far as outputs are concerned, on the back panel, you'll find on the 16R you have 6 aux outputs plus the main stereo output. On the 24 out, you have 12 aux outputs in the main stereo output, and the 32R, you have all 16 aux outputs plus the stereo output. All of the new rack mixers feature a stereo SD card recorder, so I can pop in an SD card, record a stereo mix. But if I want a multi-track, I can do that one of two ways. I can hook up straight to my Mac or PC using USB, or I can also record Ethernet via AVB. And on the front panel of all three rack mixers, you've got this really handy mute all button that basically just mutes all the inputs and outputs with one button push. You also have a headphone amplifier with headphone volume, and you have some LED indicators that let you know when you're recording onto the SD card and when you're connected. A couple of other things that you'll find on the back panel of all of the Series 3 mixers is, first of all, a 3-prong IEC power connector. You also have, of course, not only one, but 2 Ethernet jacks, one for control, the other one is a locking Ethernet jack for AVB or for audio. And then the last thing is you have RCA connectors on the last 2 channels of each of them, and these are basically so you can plug in an unbalanced stereo source. Each of the new Series 3 rack mixers can be controlled either by a computer, iOS device, or an Android device. And we've completely redone the control software. The new control software is called UC Surface, and not only can you do your main mix using a tablet, but you can also have each of the musicians control their own monitor mix using their phones. So let's take a look at the new UC Surface software. The first thing that you'll find in UC Surface is you have complete control over each channel's settings. So if I select a channel, I've got my preamp control right here, I've got a noise gate, a compressor, an EQ, and a limiter for every single channel. And all of the outputs, like the master fader for example, have a full 6-band parametric EQ that you can have. Now, on any of the given channels, one of the cool new features is the fact that we've used the new state space modeled plugins that run on the actual rack mixers themselves. So for example, on the EQ, I've got the standard 4-band fully parametric StudioLive EQ, but I can also choose from a modeled passive tube style EQ or a vintage British style EQ. Same thing on the compressors. You've got the standard StudioLive compressor, and then you also have a tube style and a FET style compressor. And these state space model plugins are actual circuit emulated models of the original classics. In addition to working great as standalone rack mixers, these also have the ability to work as stage boxes when used in conjunction with a Series 3 console mixer. So for example, if I have the Series 3 32 at front of house and I want to use one of these as a stage box, I just run one Ethernet cable from the audio AVB output of the console straight to the stage into one of these, and then I can set it up in a couple of different modes. So let me show you how the setup works. Okay, after you've connected your console to the rack mixer using the AVB output on the console Ethernet, the next thing you do is you hit the home button, then hit audio routing, stage box setup, and then you'll see a drop-down menu where you can look at any mixers that are on the audio network. So you can see here I've got a StudioLive 24R. I select that, hit apply, and then you'll see it turn from yellow to green, meaning now I've got a connection. And then right here you can look at all of the different modes. So you've got regular stage box mode, which will basically just gives you exactly a digital snake connection. So I have preamp control from the console to the rack mixer. I can control all of the rack mixer's auxes from the console. The next mode is monitor mix mode. So let's say you have someone running monitors on stage. You can connect a Mac PC or iOS or Android device to the rack mixer, and now that person has control over all of the auxes of the rack mixer independent from the front of house mixer. And also, that person has separate fat channels for the musicians on stage, and that way it keeps the fat channels out front totally independent. The last mode is monitor mix plus preamps, and what that allows you to do is have control over the preamps from the monitor position. So if you want monitor guy to have control over the preamps as well as the front of house guy, you choose this mode. If you want monitor guy to only have control over the auxes and the fat channels that the musicians are going to have, then you choose the regular monitor mix mode. So that's it. The Series 3 rack mixers from PreSonus are the most powerful, most compact series. You have 16, 24, or 32 channels available. And not only that, they double as stage boxes for Series 3 console mixers. Very, very flexible, great software, and they're shipping now.